This is the ultimate Legend ZA buying guide. The game is only a couple days away. You could still pre-order the game if you want, and there are some bonuses out there still available for pre-order. But that's not the only thing that you got to think about here. You also got to think about which version of the game that you want, because there's a Switch 1 version and the Switch 2 version, which are different from each other. But the Switch 2 version is $10 more than the Switch 1 version, but there's some great news about that. It's fully, completely backwards compatible. So meaning I could buy the Switch 1 version and play it on my Switch 2, and I could actually even play the Switch 2 version on the Switch 1, which is so weird, but that's awesome. That's really, really good news. So if you're just preparing for the future, you're planning on getting a Switch 2, but you don't have one yet, if you buy the Switch 2 version, you can actually still play it on your Switch 1, and then later down the line when you purchase a Switch 2, you can put the ZA Switch 2 cartridge into your Switch 2, and it's going to run just as it should with the performance upgrades. And the difference between, the Switch 1 and the Switch 2 version, the Switch 2 version has improved visuals, higher resolution, sharper textures, more detail. You can play it up to 4K 60 FPS or 120, 1080p I believe is what I'm seeing online, which I don't have a 4K TV. I'm not going to be able to enjoy this game at 4K, but hey, 1080p is good enough for me. It is a $10 upgrade though. So the Switch 1 version is $60 and then the Switch 2 version of this game is $10 more. So it's going to be $70. However, if you also purchase the Switch 1 version, because I actually myself think I'm going to be purchasing the Switch 1 version, only because I actually prefer the Switch 1 artwork better. I think it just looks a little bit more clean. So I think I'm going to purchase the Switch 1 version, and then I'm actually going to do a digital upgrade, which everyone can do as well, on the Switch 2, which is a $10 upgrade. A lot of people are upset about the, price increase and stuff like that. And, I'm not really all about games being more expensive just for a little bit of performance upgrades, but I'm going to do it anyways, and I'm going to make a full-on video when the game actually comes out, running the game on my Switch 1 compared to the Switch 2. So you can see, in hand, what the real difference is. It's probably going to be one of those things that you don't really realize, when you're playing your Switch 1 version, and then you actually play the Switch 2 version, you probably would notice the difference in frame rate and, textures and resolution and stuff like that. But yeah, just to recap that part, you can literally buy any version of the game you want. You could buy the digital version too. You could play that on your Switch 1 and your Switch 2, which, obviously that makes sense. You could do the $10 upgrade for it. And then you could also pre-order the DLC now if you want. You don't have to. You could still buy that down the line. There's really no benefit of buying the DLC right now other than just, having it ready to go. As far as the DLC stuff goes, you can get this cool Hollow X and Hollow Y set, which that super futuristic vibe going on. And you get these luxurious Pokeball set if you purchase the DLC before this date, February 28th, 2026. You get a little code and you can kind of claim some of these, which, nothing crazy. It's kind of cool though. It would be really cool though if they allowed us to have some sort of Raichu X and Y, little statue or something. I love when they do little statues, how they have done in the past. So if you don't really care too much about frame rate or the performance side of things, and you just want to save $10, you can just buy the Switch 1 version, play it on your Switch 2, play the game as normal, and then you could always just, later down the line, do that $10 upgrade if you really, really want. So you're not really going to be losing out either way, because you don't have to get the upgrade, but you can if you actually, really want to. If you play it on the Switch 1 or play the Switch 1 version, whatever, you're just going to have sometimes, slowdowns, a little bit of graphical limitations every now and then, but I still think the game is going to look pretty good on the Switch 1. I haven't really seen too much footage of it on the Switch 1. I'm pretty sure we have seen it though, being played on the Switch 1. Okay, now let's go over some of the pre-order bonuses. So some of these are actually really cool, and I actually am not pre-ordering the game because I just want to get it as soon as I can. So I'm going to be buying it at Walmart at 6 a.m. because I want to be having the physical copy. I like having the physical copies of video games because it's just, I don't know, it looks cool on my shelf and stuff like that. So that's why I'm going to go physical, but I'm not pre-ordering because I don't want to wait until my, local delivery man, comes around my house at 5 p.m. that day, because I want to be playing this game in the morning so I can live stream for you guys. So for the Pokemon Center in the US, you get one of these pins. It would be cool if you get all of these pins. Each one, I guess, has a value of $15, which is, that's actually crazy. That's a high price for a pin, unless it's, 15 for all of them. I don't really care enough to check that though. But anyways, yeah, you get one of these pins. It's going to be a random pin that you get. I don't think you get selected. So a lot of people, they're going to be pre-ordering the game and they're going to pick the starter of whatever pin they get or whatever plush, because the ZA bonus for the Pokemon Center, it was actually a plush, the Sitting Cuties plush, but those sold out really, really quickly. I was going to buy that, actually. I was going to pre-order that, and then I forgot about it, and then it was sold out. So that's why I'm like, yeah, I'll just go to Walmart the day it comes out. Because Walmart opens earlier than anything else, I think. Target, I believe, opens at like 9. Best Buy, I'm not even sure what time Best Buy opens, but I don't even live near a Best Buy, so I can't even go to that. And then at Walmart, you're also going to be getting a pin as well. Yeah, so once again, you only just get one of these. It says you only get Chikorita, Tech, Big Totodile, and then Legend ZA logo, I guess, is one of them. So I guess there's a possibility you won't even get one of the starters. You just get the ZA logo, which, you know, low-key, that's actually kind of sick. I would actually not mind to have the logo, but I feel like a lot of people would be disappointed if they're not going to get, you know, one of the starter Pokemon. Okay, so Best Buy actually has a really, really cool one. You get a free gamer mat, which it's actually, that's a good bonus. Like, that's actually pretty impressive. That's a big pre-order bonus. I myself am not the biggest fan of the design of it, though. Like, I kind of think it, I don't know, I feel like they could have done a way cooler design here. However, still a really cool pre-order bonus. I like that it's actually something, you know, big and unique, other than just like a pin or a plush, which I do like the pins and plush, but this is just unique. GameStop may or may not have the worst one. It's a digital trench coat and pants set, because yes, everybody would love to have a trench coat in this game. That's exactly what we want. However, it's a free bonus, so you can't really complain. But you also can complain, because the other ones are better. Pokemon Center UK is also the same pins, and then as well as the Sitting Cuties plush was also sold out there, I guess, as well. So that's why they're offering the pins. Then, of course, the My Nintendo store has a huge variety of stuff. So they actually have bundles that you could actually pay more for, but then also with every pre-order you get a little figurine, which is awesome. I wish I could get that. But anyways, you could purchase like all of these separately in like a big bundle, which these go crazy, the Mega Charizards, and then you get an umbrella, which Loki does go kind of crazy as well. You get a hat, you get a mug, and then I think these are pins right here, and then of course it says every order comes with a figurine of one of the starters. And then here's another bundle where you could just get the Mega Charizards, and then I believe the pins right here. Here's a different bundle with just the umbrella, just the hat, and the mug. And then, of course, you get the little figurine. And apparently the people that go to Shop 2 will receive a set of stickers with evolved Pokemon. And the game collection people will get a set of stickers as well. So if you buy the console, you know, the special edition console, as they call it, even though it's just a regular Switch 2, and the only design you get is on the box itself, which... guys, I want some special edition Switch 2s, man. I would love to have one. I wonder if the reason why they don't have it is because they're so expensive. Like, because they would have to be just way, way higher in price. I don't know. But anyways, if you do buy the Switch 2 bundle of the console, you're going to save $20 for the game. So it's basically just going to be a $50 game, which that's how it was for Mario Kart World, which that's what I got for the Switch 2, was the Mario Kart World bundle. You get like a little card code with your Switch 2 that you can download in your game. And here is an awesome person from Reddit that basically made a whole like chart about every single pre-order bonus. So we're just going to quickly go over this before we wrap up the video. So once again, you know, here's the US stuff. Early purchase bonus, you do get like a Ralts Gardevoirite and 100 Pokeballs. They're just like digital items. And I'm pretty sure this is available for anyone that even just buys the game like before and a certain amount of time. I don't know what the specific date is. I don't know if this is the date, but anyways, you get this in the mystery gift feature in the game. So like, I'm pretty sure because I'm buying the game at Walmart early in the morning, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to claim this. Here's the mat from Best Buy, the Sitting Cuties plush, the starter pins. And this is a little bit blurry, but here are those little stickers you get from like Shop 2 in the game collection. I can't remember what the other store is called. But anyways, here are the stickers. Pretty cool. I like the stickers a lot. It would be cool if they featured someone like the new, you know, evolutions like Victory Bell or Dragonite. Now that would be fire. But still cool. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If this helps, let me know down in the comments. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel to help reach my goal of 30,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Any support goes a long way, guys. And remember, I'm going to be live streaming this game like all day Friday, all day Thursday. I don't know why I said Friday first, but I'm going to be live streaming this game, guys. So make sure to stop by, turn on those post notifications. And if you are real and watching this far in the video, comment down below mac and cheese, just to confuse those people that are not watching this far in the video. Anyways, hope you guys have a fantastic day. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Some